I want to say 91 was a strange year for you too. You had an injury, right? I mean, you played 5 games and
Yeah.
then you come back in the playoffs, another Super Bowl run. You guys are right in the middle of that 4-year run. And was it ahead of the Super Bowl against Washington? I mean, you were openly talking about, this might be it for me in Buffalo. The relationship with the fans has evolved over the years. They were pretty nasty to you. I mean, they're sending you some pretty derogatory letters in the mail, I want to say, accusing you of things.
Yeah, I got it.
And you had enough at that point that I'm getting out of here.
Yeah. There was some hate mail that I received. And I actually took it up to Marv and let Marv read it. And Marv, being the man that he is, I just had a way with words that just touched my spirit and touched my heart. And um, it made me, it always made me feel better after I talked to Marv. Um, he just had this purpose of the words that he spoke were so heartfelt and filled with meaning at that particular moment that you needed to hear. And so yeah, 91 was a tough year. I ended up having to have 2 surgeries in a calendar year on the same knee. I missed 11 games, and I think that was 11 of the roughly 20 or 22 games that I missed my whole career in Buffalo. Um, so if we add it all up, that's 200 sacks in about 17 and a half years. Um, I can't remember how many I missed in DC, but um, yeah, but to just to sum it up, 91 was a rough year, and I learned a lot in 91, and the different surgeries with 2 different doctors. Um, there was some tension going on with that and the surgery that was performed. So I had to go uh, um, from Dr. Andrews in Birmingham, Alabama, doing my surgery to Dr. Stedman in Vail, Colorado, and it's just amazing how life works out, and you look back upon it, and you just realize how blessed that. Well, I look back upon it, and I just realize how blessed I've been. They were racist.
Hmm.
That's what the letters were about, and um, the other issue you're talking about was from 1988, which was long over by then. But these were some racist letters that were sent, and again, I showed them to Marv, and he read them, and he said the encouraging words that I needed to hear, and we moved on.
I mean, and now like with the fans, how did that relationship develop then over time? You're winning games, you're getting to the Super Bowl. And it says a lot about you too, Bruce, to kind of build this love affair with the community over the next decade and really to today.
Well, I, we both learned a lot about each other. Um, uh, being a young kid, um, or a young man rather, um, being drafted number one, I had a lot to learn. I mean, a lot to learn. Um, 21 years old, going to a different city. I just understood that it was time for me to grow up and make smarter decisions. And being with Marv and Ted Cottrell, Walt Corey, and Chuck Lester, and along with all of my teammates, we grew together. That was the fun part about the relationship that we have today, and that we still communicate on a daily basis, and the love and respect that we have for one another. That's what made things so special. And I think it just transferred over to the fans as well. They saw it. They saw how much we cared for one another. They saw how much we cared for Buffalo. They saw how much that they drove us to go out and perform the way we did, because we saw the reaction and the feelings that they would get from it, whether it was pregame, postgame, during the week. It was just contagious. And that's where this love affair started, not only as a team, but for me personally with the fans. And this love affair still exists to this very day, and that's what I'm extremely proud of.
I think we can just appreciate the run that you guys went on even more right now. I mean, watching these Bills with Josh Allen, they've been knocking on the door for a while, but they've been to one AFC championship game. You guys went to 4, won 4. What, if you can pinpoint a secret sauce, like how was that even possible? Because I don't think we'll see that again in the NFL.
I don't. The secret sauce was the group of men that were assembled. The secret sauce was Marv Levy and Bill Polian. The secret sauce was Rusty Jones and for me, Ted Cottrell, Walt Corey, Chuck Lester, just to name a few. The secret sauce was the Bills fans. And you combine all of that together with all of this talent and this coaching and this blue collar mentality, makes those wings chase mighty good.
For the latest and greatest in football journalism, subscribe at golongtd.com.